Greetings, beautiful soul, and welcome to my channel, The Optimist Hub. My name is Yanga, and today's video, I want to talk about Vision 2025. Now, I titled today's video Vision 2025 because I actually want to urge you, right, to start sitting down with your journal. If you don't have one, I would advise that you get one, or you can just use a notebook. But I think it's very important to start envisioning and visualizing the kind of life that you want to live in 2025. Start sitting down and coming up with, plans and strategies that will help you get from point A to point B, especially with regards to whatever it is that you feel you would like to bring to life, be it your goals, your visions, or even ideas, right? Now is the time to actually start planting those seeds. It is now time to start laying the foundation by being intentional and taking steps that are necessary to actually help you bring to life, bring to fruition, whatever it is that you long for or that you desire to bring to life. And so, I would advise that you get a journal and start writing down your plans. In fact, break down the goals that you may have, be it financial goals, fitness goals, spiritual goals, physical goals, whatever it is, right? Sit down, devise a plan as to how you're going to achieve. Take time to actually reflect on the year that was, see what didn't work, and try and find new ways as to how you might approach, or a new way of approaching whatever it is that you may not have necessarily achieved this previous year, which for me will actually be in a couple of hours. I will be in 2025 already. But yeah, basically, whatever it is that you didn't achieve in 2024, look at ways in which, or things that you can change and re-strategize, right? So I also do want to make reference to a principle that I learned in business studies, in varsity, and I think also in high school. And that is the POLC. Right? POLC, I think this is the best way to approach the next coming year. And it starts now with the P for planning, right? We need to plan, we need to devise goals, we need to set the intention and set the tone. Again, remember, failing to plan is planning to fail. And so we don't want to fail. This next coming year, we're not failing. We are soaring high. We are also not going to be afraid of success. We're going to lean into our potential. We're going to lean into the best version of ourselves. We're going to lean into the highest version of ourselves by taking steps that are aligned with our purpose, that are aligned with whatever it is that we feel called to do and to be. We're going to take inspired action and steps that are necessary that will get us from point A to point B. And so planning is essential. Before we can even start the journey, we need to plan and figure out how are we going to actually put this one foot in front of the other so we can keep moving. And again, remembering that we need to take each step with intention. We need to be intentional so that we move from point A to our mountaintop, right? And so it is very important to start with planning. Again, with writing down on paper, there's this thing called scripting, where basically people write down their visions, their ideas, whatever it is that they want to achieve or even experience, right, in present tense. So you're going to write it as though it has already happened, not that I wish I will get this and that. You say, I already have this and that and that. So you're basically mapping out whatever it is that you wish to have, but writing it in present tense, because again, whatever it is that we affirm, right, and we write in present tense, we are actually imprinting in our subconscious mind. And what that's going to do is it's going to drive us, it's going to fuel us up to say, I want to I want this very thing that I wrote in present tense to be an actual thing. And so I'm going to take actionable steps. I'm going to take inspired action that will lead me from point A to point B. And so planning is very essential. Then we're going to proceed to the O. O is organizing. Very important that we declutter our lives and clutter things, or spaces that we may find ourselves in, right? We need to realign ourselves with like-minded people. We need to declutter energies and people that are no longer in alignment with us, right? Remove ourselves from spaces and things and people that put us down, that, talk down on us, or just whatever it is, right? Remove yourself from toxic environments as well. This is the time to organize our lives, right? We need to really realign with our highest self. We need to remove ourselves from situations and spaces and things and people that really don't also, pour back into our cups. If we're constantly pouring and pouring from our cups and they're not refilling the cup, right? We need to start reevaluating, right? Because again, remember, your energy is your frequency, and your frequency is your currency. If there are people and things that deplete that energy, that deplete that frequency, that constantly, put you down and just pulling you down into like a low vibrational state of being, then we need to remove ourselves from such. And so organize is very important, organizing our lives, right? Even your physical space, if you need to think clearly, if you feel that new ideas only come when you are in a clean space, start organizing your space where you live, right? Social media, declutter, unfollow, accounts that may not necessarily be, pouring into your cup, right? I think it's very important to be intentional as well with what we allow into our own lives. And so we need to organize. Then the L stands for lead. Now is the time for us to start leading our own lives. We are the main characters. We need to assume main character energy. We need to assume the main character vibes. We need to not be on the back seat, but be on the driver's seat of our own lives. We need to start taking action and also take accountability, right? With leading your own life is you literally directing yourself to a path or on a path that is in alignment with whatever it is that you want. Again, nobody will really move you from point A to point B until you actually take the step, right? So you need to lead yourself. You need to lead yourself to your highest point. Lead yourself to a point where you really feel like that is what you are destined to do or to be, right? A point where your dreams and your visions are fulfilled, right? And the last would be the C, control. Now, with control, we can only control things that are within our control, right? Because again, the universe has its own way of dealing with things. But what we ought to do is to let go. I think another element about control that people may not necessarily be aware of is we need to let go and let God. Go with the flow. Yes, have a dream, have a vision, have an idea, work towards it, but also just surrender to the process. I think most of the time we tend to just hold on to or obsess over the final product or the destination and forget that this is a journey. It is a process and it's not linear, right? And so we ought to just let go of all that is outside of our control. But whatever it is that is within our control, we ought to hold and grab with both of our hands, hold on to and just soar high, right? And basically that's that. We need to start laying the foundation. We need to start planting the seeds and continuously take inspired action during the year, right? By constantly pouring water, constantly nurturing and cultivating these seeds, and watch how they're going to grow and blossom, and we're going to harvest, right? We will reap what we sow. And with that said, beautiful soul, I truly wish you the best, the greatest year that is yet to come. May it be filled with abundance in good health, abundance in good connections, friendships, community, abundance in just happiness, pure bliss, peace, abundance also in just fulfilling and bringing to life your dreams and your goals. And with that said, beautiful soul, may goodness and grace lead you in this coming year 2025 to greater heights and success. Namaste.